Hello everyone and welcome. My name is Jeff and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. But before we get into the gameplay or anything else, I wanted to talk about this real quick. And super excited. Thank you guys so much for getting me to 10,000 subscribers. I know it's not huge compared to a lot of other channels or anything like that, but 10,000 is that mark that I was trying to hit to prove that I actually had a shot with this channel. And being able to pass that up and do everything I've been trying to do with this is just it really is amazing. And so thank you guys so much for supporting me, for liking my stupid decks that I do, and just enjoying having fun playing Magic. And so let's go ahead and get into some gameplay here. I was debating on what I wanted to do with this deck, if I wanted to spend a lot more time talking about, 10,000 subscribers, all that kind of stuff. But really, you guys are here to watch me, or to have fun playing Magic. That's the goal of what we're trying to do here. So let's go ahead and get into this deck, which comes from one of my Twitch viewers, Thrice Soul. And this deck is awesome. So fun. So what we're doing here, it's called Divine Law. And we are playing a mono white Angels deck. It's a little bit different than you typically see. We are playing a Divine Visitation deck as well. He initially had 3 copies of this. We kind of changed it up while he was on the stream with me. And so we changed it up a little bit to try to find a better version of this. But we have a lot of card draw in the deck. We have Dawn of Hope now to create some other tokens for Divine Visitation. We have Depose, Deploy, which gives a little bit more tempo-y feel to the deck. We're drawing more cards. And also we can create 2 Angels at instant speed, or not instant speed. It is instant speed, yeah, with Divine Visitation, which is fantastic. We have Warden Wardent. And I decided to throw in the 1 Helm of the Host, which probably doesn't deserve to be in the deck. You probably ought to have another copy of Divine Visitation or Dawn of Hope, something like that. But Helm of the Host, I mean, come on. That on a Lyra, on anything, is just so fun. So we got to make that happen. We also do have 1 Quasi-Duplicate, which is so good with Deputy of Detention, Resplendent Angel. Also Angel of Grace. That it's really fun. So let's go ahead and get into the gameplay, see how this goes, and wish me luck. All right, so we are taking this into a constructed event. Going to see how this goes. And I absolutely love constructed events. I think that they are really like the best place for Magic to happen. And I realize not everyone can do them because they cost 500 gold every time, and unless you're getting it back, it's kind of like, I'd rather be spending that other places. At the same time, you do get a lot of gold throughout the time. This is an okay deck. We have Quasi-Duplicate with Dawn of Hope, so this could actually be pretty good. So we're going to keep this. I like our land base. We're getting up to 4 mana right away. That gets us up to our Angels. So this will be a pretty good hand. Right, so let's go ahead and get out Dawn of Hope right away. Double Deputy of Detention. Not sure how well it's going to do against this deck, though, if this is control. We can hit Search for Iscanta. We can hit some other things eventually, but as of right now, Deputy of Detention probably going to be kind of dead in our hand, actually. So we'll see how this goes. But Dawn of Hope is a fantastic... It by itself is still very good. So we're going to get out Glacial Fortress. Not going to play anything else for the moment. Pass the turn. And we'll probably just get out Dawn of Hope or just start creating tokens with Dawn of Hope once we get to 4 mana here. And make them answer that. They don't have removal. Oh, we do have Absorb now too. So play the Plains, pass the turn. Now we can absorb anything that's going to come down from their side. I want to make sure I have that up for... All right, Ritual of Rejuvenation, that's fine. And we're hoping that they just aren't going to be able to make land drops. That would be the best. Oh well. All right, Fountain of Renewal. Okay. This might also be a Dawn of Hope control deck. All right, opponent passes. We're going to create a token. We're going to play Hallowed Fountain. Actually, I guess we can do that later. So we're going to swing in. I want to be able to have Absorb up here. So swing in. But I also want to make sure I'm still drawing cards. We want to find our Divine Visitation. I think that's a fantastic card to get down here. So we're going to pay 1 and 2. Another Absorb. So we are going to pay 2 life for this. And pass the turn. Now they know what we're trying to do here. I think that Fountain of Renewal, it's okay to have out at the moment. We do want to eventually kill them with killing them for their life total, but at the moment we're not as worried about it. We're hoping to counter its Teferi if we can. Or at least keep them off of playing it for a long time. and do that as well. We have lots of ways to just continually get card draw here. Divine Visitation. I don't think that it's... I think it gets countered here if we play it. So let's go ahead and swing in. Try to hit our land drop here. Land drop would be amazing. So we're going to try for it. Dawn of Hope. Yes, draw 2. Perfect. There's a land. And now we can create another token. So pass the turn. Right, Chemister's Insight, that's fine. Draws 2. Fountain gains life, yep. And man, I feel like I'm still kind of surreal about being at 10,000 subscribers right now. It is so awesome. At the same time, have you guys ever run a race? So back in high school, I ran cross country. I ended up doing a Spartan at some point because someone talked me into doing some stupid stuff. But I know I don't look like I'm in shape now because I'm not. But I absolutely love the feeling of finishing a race where you... I don't know. It's kind of interesting. And that's what it feels like with hitting 10,000 subscribers. It's not so much finishing a race for me as it's been. All right, we're gonna get down Dovin here because I'd like to tick up with these tokens. It feels like I just passed mile 1 instead. And so, all right, we're gonna try to absorb the Thought Collapse. See if he has another counter. If he does, we at least get 2 counters out of his deck, which is pretty good. All right, Angel of Grace to the graveyard. More angels, man. That's a lot of cards to the graveyard. And now we don't have protection for Teferi, so yeah, we'll see how this goes. Deputy of Detention does hit Teferi, though, which is good. We have 2 of those for next turn, so we do have ways to make this work. Cleansing Nova for Dawn of Hope. Interesting. Now we try to get out Divine Visitation if we can. There is a chance that this gets negated. Very good possibility. We have another one that we drew into, so that's nice. We just use the Cleansing Nova on the enchantments. Swing in for 2. Down to 24. And Revitalize. Alright, awesome. And sorry if my voice is a little bit, I'm a little bit under the weather today. I found out that I crossed over 10,000 subscribers at like 5 in the morning. And so, ooh, Psychic Corrosion. Play another one, please. That would be amazing. Alright, so Glacial Fortress. So this is a mill deck. I guess I could have guessed that from before. Let's see here. We do have this Memorial to Glory, which would be a very good way to just get past this. I think so. How much mana do we need for that? We need 4. Let's go ahead and Deputy of Detention. Hit the Psychic Corrosion. This puts threats on the battlefield as well as with our enchantment. So Cleansing Nova is going to have to hit both modes. They're not going to necessarily want to kill it with Psychic Corrosion anyway. But we take the Psychic Corrosion. We get a hold up Absorb here for anything else that comes. We have the Quasi-Duplicate for the Deputy. So let's swing in. This is going to be a very long game, so I'm not sure if we're going to have the patience to play throughout this entire constructed event here. Yeah, we do. Pass the turn. The main reason is I'm filming this the morning before it comes out at noon, and so trying to get this all done, make sure that I can still upload it to YouTube. That actually is an issue that comes into play sometimes. All right, Opt is good here. I think that we'd like to find another Dovin or something like that if we can. But we can opt, hold up, absorb. Let's go to combat first. We're not going to swing in with the Deputy, just in case they have Settle the Wreckage in here. Just they get too much value out of that. All right, down to 23, and we would love to find some of our actual threats here. Memorial to Glory is a threat, so we can do that on their end step here. Lyra, we'll keep Lyra. Yep, that's fantastic. And we'll pass the turn. So now we are going to Memorial to Glory. play Lyra on the next turn if we can and just start getting in much more damage. Chemister's Insight. Yes, Resolve. They could still have us Settle the Wreckage, which getting out lands from our deck is not a bad thing for us either. If we do find, actually, we already lost our one Dawn of Hope, so I do think that maybe the other Dawn of Hope would be better than the Helm of the Host. At the same time, it's so fun to have Helm of the Host in here. All right, so, all right, do not pass here. I almost did that. Memorial's Glory. Create some angels. Do we get out Lyra here? I guess we do. How much mana do we have? We won't be able to have a counter up. So let's just go ahead and play this tapped, try for the Lyra. See if it gets countered. And I mean, our deck is looking good. It just all depends on how many answers that they have. So we are going to attack in with everything except Deputy. I'd rather have these guys become lands if they do have a settle here, and I want to try to at least pressure with some damage. We have other ways to create tokens. So there's a settle. We figured it was coming. Take action. Land. Come on. There we go. Alright, so we still have a Lyra out on the battlefield. We have threats with creatures and with enchantment, so they're going to have 2 Cleansing Novas at some point to actually deal with this. Unless it's like an Ixalan's Binding, something like that, which we have Deputy Detention to find the Ixalan's Binding. And so we're still in okay shape here. Our opponent just passes. Alright, we have Revitalize. I would like to find a Resplendent Angel if I can. So let's go to combat with Lyra. Helm of the Host would be fun here too, now that we have a lot more mana. But possibly a Settle the Wreckage again. Seal Away could be possible as well. Alright, so let's it through. Going down below the starting life total. Yes! Got him. We know that they're on the mill plan. So they are probably more control-y than typical. Right, another Revitalize. If we find a Resplendent Angel here, it'd be really awesome. I'm going to try for it. We would still have enough to play it. There we go. Play it and have the Absorb. So, oh, I guess I should go to my next main phase. All right, opponent has the Seal Away. So we get the Resplendent Angel here. We can put it on top of our own library here. We have enough to still have the Absorb available. We're going to let this resolve. We already gained 6 life. We have Deputy of Detention here as well, so let's go ahead and play Resplendent Angel. Alright, so it does resolve. Let's go ahead and we can quasi-duplicate the Resplendent Angel as well here. Alright, so we're going to duplicate the Resplendent Angel. Get 2 tokens out of it. They didn't have a counter for the Resplendent Angel. I feel like they're not going to have it for this. Oh, it just creates another token. Oops. Oh, man, dang it. That is very interesting. I totally forgot about that. Alright, radical idea. So I am glad that we have this other Deputy Detention now to hit that Seal Away. Just gets a lot more damage. Actually gets us, I think, up to lethal for next turn if they don't have another Settle the Wreckage. Okay, there's the Cleansing Nova. They get the Psychic Corrosion back. We are down to 27 cards, so that is a big deal. We do need to start trying to finish this game as quick as possible. So we need to get threats onto the battlefield. So let's play the Plains. Let's play Deputy of Detention. Yes. Not a lot of Lyras have gone down. We do want to get rid of the Psychic Corrosion, though, if we can just keep them off of that plan for long enough. Alright, so resolve. We have more Lyras in the deck, so do we go for Lyra, or do we... We can create a 4/4 here. So mills us. We put a Dovin down. That's a bummer. Seal Away or Psychic Corrosion? That's a question. Alright, let's get the Lyra. I'm not sure if that's the right play there. This is sorcery speed. Alright, play Warden. And pass the turn. And we have Absorb up now for another Cleansing Nova. They've played 2 already. They've played a Settle the Wreckage, so we're getting rid of their board wipes. And now we're just trying to race. Shalai, this is each opponent, right? Yeah, so Shalai doesn't stop that. We did find it. Memorial to Glory, fantastic here. So now we will... I guess we... Let's quasi-duplicate before anything else happens, so... it doesn't really matter. Getting rid of Divine Visitation. Number 2, which probably would have been nice to have. But now we're creating more power for the board. So, probably another Settle the Wreckage, possibly another Seal Away. We will swing in here and here. This does have Vigilance, so Seal Away at least doesn't hit the Angel. Alright, so another Seal Away. We need to hold this for a Cleansing Nova. This is our last card in hand. Yeah, so we're going to lose the Lyra. That's fine. We've gotten rid of at least one of their ways of getting rid of it. So, yes, that's fine. Alright, so we get a swing in for 4. Down to 17. We get to create 2 more 4/4s next turn. So they're going to have Cleansing Nova or Settle the Wreckage here. And a counter for our Absorb, which is definitely possible. They are going to be able to mill us down here pretty quickly, too. Like, if they just keep drawing cards, which is an issue. Maybe I should have hit the Psychic Corrosion instead. Because they are milling us down to 17 now. Fountain of Renewal. Alright, we'll see how this goes. We shall see, we shall see. There's a Lyra. Uh-oh. Are we going to be fast enough? I think that we have a... We're going to do 8 this next turn, and then we have... We have Lethal. We're going to end up having 24. No. 4 times 4 is 16. Just kidding. We're going to absorb that. Okay, so that does resolve. Cleansing Nova is really bad here now. Fountain of Renewal, okay. Probably going to draw a card. So those are good to draw cards with the Psychic Corrosion. Alright, pass to my turn. Ooh, land. Awful, awful draw. Alright, so we will swing in. They're holding up Settle the Wreckage. We're going to just swing in with everything now. Them getting Seal Away does nothing for us. They do have the Settle. We're going to decline and not take anything out of our deck this time. Pass the turn, and I think we're going to get mailed out, guys. All they have to do is draw 7 cards within the next few turns. And I think they got us. Another Psychic Corrosion, yep. Alright, yeah, I think that this is done. They can probably kill us here. If they have a Cleansing or Chemister's Insight. Alright, Sax mills us for 4. We can just hope that they kind of run out of gas, too, at some point here. Revitalize, yep. Down to 4 cards. We're going to draw 1. And the Helm of the Host goes down. No! Alright, let's see. Alright, pass to my turn. July. That would have been so nice to get when we were worried about the Settle the Wreckages. I think we would have won if we had found a Shalai earlier. And at least been able to keep it around. Yeah, good game. We will concede. Oh my goodness. So frustrating. I hate losing to Mill, especially when we have answers for all their stuff. They just had the right stuff at the right time. We didn't play around Settle as well as we probably could have. But we had a hope that they just didn't have it. And they had it. Alright, up against the Black Mamba. You guys can say which movie I'm referencing there. You win. Alright, this is looking like a really good hand. I really like this. Opt, Revitalize, or Splendid Angel. Keep it. We have our Divine Visitation. Can draw into a lot of good stuff here. So play the island, pass the turn. I feel like we do pretty good against Drakes. I'm not sure about discard deck. I guess we have a lot of these card draw to find some good stuff. Divine Visitation, another one. Alright, we will keep a Lyra, though. I like to find lands here, too. Play the plains and pass the turn. Quasi-Duplicate is pretty fun. Alright, opponent's just passing. I'm guessing they're holding up a counter. We're going to have to draw them out because we don't have any counters of our own at the moment to really play around. So, Resplendent Angel, we have plenty of those. We can... Let's see if they counter this. Or if they're wanting to play something else. Alright, so Shalai is going to be amazing. If we can get down to Shalai, that'd be fantastic. Alright, so I'm going to pay the 2, try to get out some counters. It's the best thing we can do at the moment. They don't have a counter. They could have removal, of course. There's the cast down. Okay. Thought Erasure. Okay. No lands. So I'm guessing that they'd probably take Shalai here. Johnny cannot get back the Resplendent Angel, which is kind of funky. So yeah, it takes the Shalai. And our hand also looks very funky. Not very good at all. Revitalize is at least good. Help us find that land, please. There we go. Tap land. That's a good time to draw a tap land, though. That's not bad. So we're hoping to get down this Lyra. Hopefully they don't have an answer, like if Ross's Contempt here. Alright, well, we will play a Johnny. Just keep ticking up for no good reason. If they want to counter this, that's fine. There's a negate. Okay. I mean, it is a win condition within itself if it does get to -7. They don't necessarily want to use a Ross's Contempt for that when they have a negate open. So it makes sense to play that there. We would love to draw a land. I'm not sure how well this deck is going to be doing, though. Okay, so we discarded Divine Visitation. We find a Glacial Fortress, so we will play Lyra. I don't want to Deputy of Detention right away. I feel like their hand's going to be full of removal. And Deputy just dies. And then they get to discard again. Yeah, so we would have got the Ross's Contempt. They would make us discard again. Another Memorial. Well, Memorial to Glory with Divine Visitation is not too shabby at all. So we get to create 4 angels within the next couple turns. He swings in for 4. Down to 16. Thief of Sanity. Okay. Let's, do we want to kill this Thief of Sanity? I guess we can just do this at any time, right? So let's just pass the turn. See if they swing in with a Thief of Sanity. Perfect. Good job, you. All right, and then we get to block. Let's see how they if they have any responses here. But Thief of Sanity will not do damage. Nicol Bolas will die. Shalai is good. Shalai, I don't think it's as good though as playing this Memorial though. So let's go ahead and pass the turn. Alright, so we create an Angel. We do destroy our 5th land. That means we can't play a lot of our stuff now. But killing this Thief of Sanity, totally worth it. We're going to block with both, so if they do have removal spell. This requires 2 removal spells now, which will help protect our Shalai. So cast down number 1. And it dies. Okay. Land is good. Now we have Shalai. No longer Thought Erasure. Cast down doesn't necessarily kill this easily. There's a lot of their removal spells that they've played don't do very good here. Nicol Bolas, I think, it's each opponent discards. So, alright, Thief of Sanity. Alright, Angel of Grace is actually pretty good here. We can swing in. This is Vigilance, so we still have a blocker that has Hexproof. And we're going to bring down Angel of Grace just to try to close out this game as fast as we can. So, Deputy Attention really doesn't do much for us here. So, pass the turn. Quasi-Duplicate could be okay. But I like to at least hold up the Absorb in case something really bad comes down here. Alright, Thief of Sanity makes our Deputy even better. Alright, pass. We're going to Angel of Grace. And then we are going to Deputy of Detention, hold up Absorb. Hit Thief of Sanity. Get 2 for 1 here. Beautiful. All right. Swing in for a bunch, and this is lethal. Yes! All right. Deck is working. The deck does actually work. We just have to draw well and not play against Mill, apparently. All right, so 1-1 so far in the constructed event. And here we go again. All right, up against Totino's Pizza Boy, and that was me all throughout college. Just got to say, Totino's Pizzas was like in my blood. That's how much of those I ate, and kind of gross. But I'm all about Totino's Pizza. I am actually a big fan, so even if this guy wins, I'm okay with that. But we're going to destroy him. All right, so Fanatical Firebrand. All right, let's see how we do against an aggressive deck. We don't have our Revitalizes, a lot of things that we would like to have here. Shalai is good. Shalai is actually fantastic. Getting protection from burn, super good. They have to have an answer for it. So we're going to bring down this Resplendent Angel and probably have it die right away so that we can get out more stuff along the way. So Dawn of Hope, that's all we got. I would like to have a Revitalize there if I could. But Dawn of Hope is definitely okay. Opponent has a response to this. All right, has a shock, down to 16. Another Firebrand. Okay, this could be a Cavalcated Calamity deck still. It could just be black, red, Rakdos, burn. But we're going to get down to Resplendent Angel. Pass the turn. Let's see if they need to kill the Fanatical Firebrands to kill the Angel. I'm guessing that it just dies to a Lightning Strike or something like that, though. Yeah, there's a Lightning Strike. That's fine. Less burn in their hand. They're down to 2 cards. July helps a ton here. Down to 12, and then bringing down a Lyra after that. Ooh, yeah. So we do have to pay 2 for that, but we can even bring down Dawn of Hope token. No, so we're going to go for Shalai. And let's see how this goes. All right, 5 mana. They've kind of flooded for this type of deck. I feel like they've drawn way more lands than they probably want to have. Sword Point Diplomacy. So we will pay 3 life or they get it, right? So let's decline to pay. Blind, actually that gives them that guy this turn. And decline to pay. So we're gonna make them pay for everything they should have. They can pay here. I should have paid for the Fireblade Artist. That was one misplay there. Right. Shocks has a lightning strike. It's fine. Radiant Lightning with Pestilent Spirit actually is pretty bad. I did not think of that. Revitalize is good. So we're gonna pay 2. Get down to Lyra. There is no way that they can play everything to kill Lyra on this turn. Unless, I guess they have Pestilent Spirit into a Shock or something like that. Pestilent Spirit. Do they find a Shock? Fireblade Artist. Okay. Can't swing in at the moment. Divine Visitation is good. Do we want to just... Alright, swing in. Divine Visitation means that we get to create something every turn. The issue is, though, we can draw lots of cards here. So let's draw. I'm going to bring down Divine Visitation later. That's a Resplendent Angel. Yep. Which the Radiant Lightning kills everything. So, in fact, we actually just want to gain more life here. We know that they're going to probably have to bring that down to have a shot. So let's opt. Johnny to the bottom. We need to find a removal spell if we can. There's opt and revitalize. So we're going to pass the turn. Fireblade Artist. Alright, so Radiant Lightning has Death Touch. We're going to revitalize, gain some life back. And that's I misplayed around the Sword Point Diplomacy. I just didn't want to take too much damage from it. Down to 8. There's another Lyra. I mean, they're going to have an answer again. Play this tap, pass the turn. Down to 6. They could just have 2 burn spells here. Pestilent Spirit gets in for 3. Is that we don't have ability to block it. So if they have a Lightning Strike, we're dead. Spawn of Mayhem. Alright. That's okay. Swings in with a Spirit. Yep. Alright, Deputy of Detention would be a really good draw here with Resplendent Angel. We still have enough mana to opt. We won't be able to play it, but... Alright, so opt. Revitalize is actually pretty good here. Keep that on top. Gaining the 3 life, very important. So we're going to... swing in with Lyra. Okay, down to 8. We're up to 8. Decline. Play Resplendent Angel and Quasi-Duplicate on the Resplendent Angel. If they have another Radiating Lightning, like something like that, then we're in lots of trouble. But otherwise... we just built a really big board with a lot of lifelinkers. They can ping down with Fireblade Artist. They could have other stuff. Maybe not playing the Revitalize might have killed us here. But now we have blockers for the Resplendent Angel. If they do swing in, we gain tons of life off of them as well. As long as we keep one Resplendent Angel, we rebuild the board enough to be able to still kill them. So it's basically if they have... Lightning Strike here, we're dead. If they have a Shock, we're still okay. Lightning Strike, of course, we're dead. Yeah, so this is close. Another Spawn of Mayhem. That actually gives me lots of hope. Swings in. Swings in. Okay. So we block, block, and block. And we gain a lot of life. If combat damage goes through here, we're in fantastic shape. We're back up to 17 now. We get to create another Angel. All those had lifelink. Now we have Absorb available as well. Let's, yeah, we can Revitalize. Yeah, so that was the game right there. Woo! I mean, we were definitely very risky at that point. That was a really fun deck. I think that was really cool. All right, so 2-in-1 now with the deck. And here we go. Gonna keep going. And let's see how this goes. Silra. That's the next Angel that's going to be out in this deck is Silra. Ooh, Absorb, Resplendent Angel with Helm of the Host is so fun. All right, we're going to keep this. We're going to keep this because we have really good 3-drops. We have time to draw into other stuff. We have the lands to hit all of our big creatures. If it's against like a mono red deck or a creature deck, we can typically kind of turn this around. A Fanatical Firebrand. Good for 1. So this is mono red. We're going to get down Island so that we can at least decide if we want to play Absorb if we find another island for the next turn. Alright, Lava Runner. Resplendent Angel probably just dies, and that's part of the issue. Skewer the Critics, yep. Well, there is more mana. Alright, let's get down Resplendent Angel. We can't take the 2 right now. If we find another untapped source, that'd be good. Otherwise, we might just want to play this Helm of the Host, and I don't know. I mean, we end up gaining life back from the Absorb if we do use it on basically anything. And there's a Lightning Strike. Okay, Lava Runner's bigger. I think this is dependent on us finding... ooh, Angel of Grace is good. Angel of Grace helps. So let's go ahead and... I mean, I guess we gain 1 point of life just by absorbing anything, right? So past the turn, we play that, have the Absorb available. We have to hit anything. I would like to hit a Skewer the Critics if possible, something that does 3 damage. All right, there's a Lightning Strike. We absorb it. We go back up to 13. We go down to 10. They probably have a strike. Angel of Grace actually pretty awesome here, especially being able to flash in. And having the right amount of toughness. If it does die, we actually would like that to happen. Wizard's Lightning down to 10. Going down to 7. Dawn of Hope. Okay. Helm of the Host with Angel of Grace is kind of interesting too. Next turn we get down Dawn of Hope and the Helm, I guess. All right, so pass the turn. All right, so Angel of Grace. Actually, next turn we're just going to... We want to get rid of the Fanatical Firebrand. That turns on lots of Skewer the Critics. I mean... If they bring us down to 1, we need to kill this guy. So, I guess we block there. Down to 5. They can bring us down to 1 this turn and still have other things available to him. Goblin Chain Whirler, another light up the stage. They might just fire off the other light up the stage. Well, actually, they need to find land, so maybe. Yep, they light up the stage again. There's 2 lands. That's really good for them. That's very, very good for them. So we have Dawn of Hope into Alright, so we play Dawn of Hope, and we pass the turn. So we can create a token, gain us life this turn. But even if they can kill the Angel of Grace, I mean, if they have a Lightning Strike, we're just dead. Blaze the Mountain, Blaze Chain Whirler. If they have... Now if they have a Shock, we're dead. Okay, Wizard's Lightning. So they're not just killing us here? I mean, they did have us dead, right? Alright, so create a token. We'll block. And now Angel of Grace is in Graveyard, which means that we can gain 10 life here. So, I mean, okay. Is this instant speed? It is instant speed. Alright, so we're going to play Memorial to Glory. We have exactly... Yeah, so Memorial to Glory. Pass the turn. Maybe I should have done it when they were tapped down. Just in case they have 2 burn spells here. Experimental Frenzy. Let's go ahead and Angel of Grace now. Go back up to 13. My life total becomes 10. So, there's a Wizard's Lightning. Okay. Yeah, opponent just had it all. Alright. And they slow rolled us with it too. This is kind of interesting. Alright, Itsume, bring it on, Itsume. And we are playing our Angel Divine Law deck. We're going to keep this. We found a Dovin. We'd actually like to make this Dovin work. That would be fun. Good. Alright, there's an island. Alright, we're going to play an island as well, pass the turn. Absorb might be very important here against mono blue. Alright, let's opt. Divine Visitation. I guess we keep it. With Dovin. Pretty good. Let's go ahead and... Let's just play the plains now. Pass the turn. Alright, Siren Storm Tamer. Okay. Revitalize. Let's draw some more cards. Propose Deploy. We can tap the creature before they swing in with... Alright, pay 2 life. We actually have some good plays here. So Deputy of Detention isn't bad. Depose Deploy isn't bad either. We paid for the 2 life, so I guess we don't really need to do that. This does let us draw more cards. So the thing is, if they play Curious Obsession, we try tapping them down. If they have a dive down, we don't draw a card, we don't get anything. At this point, even if they have a dive down, we at least get a 1/3 on the battlefield. So there's at least value from this. So let's try for Deputy of Detention. We probably had a chance of getting more value from it later on. So it looks like they do have the dive down, or they sack it. That makes very little sense, because if they had any way to bounce this back, it probably would have been much better just to have it somewhere on the battlefield there. Alright, not missing their land drops. That is huge. Alright, so pay 2 life. I was going to play the Shalai. Do I want to play Dovin now? I probably should make those decisions before I pay life, but let's try for Shalai. They have the Essence Capture. Okay, they do have Essence Capture. We get to swing in for 1. Tempest Djinn. Okay. We want to hold up Absorb here. Alright, I'm going to play Resplendent Angel. While we can, pass the turn, no attacks. Tempest Djinn is big, it's going to be a problem. We have answers for it, kind of, with Depose. Like, the issue is this, that they're going to have lots of counters in their hand, so we need to get out stuff while we can. Alright, so Curious Obsession comes down. We say no blocks. They are going to be able to draw here. Down to 14. Alright, so we have an opt into Dovin. We can hold up Absorb. We can create chump blockers here with Deploy as well at instant speed. We have a lot of options. We'd like to find our land drop as well. I'm gonna play Dovin here. Because it's something that I feel like we're okay if it does get countered. So there's a Wizard's Retort. That's fine. We can't let them hit in too many more times, though. Let's go ahead and opt now. Trying to find a land. Warden is actually pretty good. Or Warrant. Alright, so Warrant is good. I guess we swing in. Alright, so this is what we do. For the next turn, we're going to depose. And getting a lot of card advantage here. We played it wrong. We've been trying to get more value on our board state when we can, rather than trying to stop their game plan. But the way they've been playing, we're pretty sure they have counters. So this way, I guess we just swing in with Deputy. Pass the turn. So before they go to combat, we're going to depose. Alright, so depose. See if it gets countered, if they put a dive down on. Actually, dive down is really bad. That means that we can't warrant. Alright, Wizard's Retort. Okay. Swings in. Now we warrant. This would be the best thing. Alright, so they do have Spell Pierce. Now we have to block with the Resplendent Angel. Okay. Okay. We don't have a Deputy in here, right? Well, I think that's just game. Alrighty. Ooh, that was bad. Not very good there at all. Alright, so there you guys have it with Divine Law, and I feel like I did not play it very well today. I've kind of been in a funk. Have not really been thinking straight today, so I think that there was a lot of misplays there. I have done pretty well with this deck in ranked mode, so it is a good deck. I would go through and try to play some more games and everything, but like I said, this video is coming out today, and there were some really long games in there that I do feel like were fun to at least see. So we're gonna leave it there, and so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, get us up to that next mark, which I'm hoping for 20,000, 50,000 subscribers, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much, and bye bye.